This is another recorded lesson in conic sections analytic geometry. I will talk about the circle. A circle is a set of points xy that are equidistant from a point with coordinates hk, and this point is called the center. The distance of the points from the center is equidistant. We call that distance the radius. We can look at the radius in two ways. You can look at it as a distance, or you can look at it as a line segment that connects the center to a point in the circle. So since the defining characteristic of the circle is the distance of the points from the center, we will use the distance formula to obtain the standard equation for a circle. So given xy, which are the coordinates of your point in the circle, and a center called hk, okay, or with coordinate hk, this is the distance of that point from the center. Squaring both sides will give us this. So this is the standard equation of a circle. This is an example of an equation in standard form for a circle. The square of x minus 1 plus the square of y plus 1 is equal to 4. The center has coordinates 1, negative 1. And the radius is equal to the square root of 4. So this 4 is r squared. This means r is equal to the square root of 4, which is 2. Write the equation of the circle in standard form. A circle with radius 6 and center 3, negative 1. So this is direct substitution. We already have the center and we have the radius. So the equation of this circle is going to be the square of x minus 3 plus the square of y minus negative 1. You write that as y plus 1. It is equal to r squared, and r squared is 36. Write the equation of the circle in standard form. A circle whose diameter has endpoints 2 and 2, okay, 2, 2, and another endpoint with coordinates 2, 6. The midpoint of the diameter is going to be the center of your circle. How do we get the midpoint of a line segment given the endpoints of that line segment? So it's going to be, the x coordinate is going to be 2 plus 2 all over 2. That is just 2. And 2 plus 6 all over 2, that is 4. So the coordinates of your midpoint, which happens to be the center of your circle, is this. How do we get the length of the radius? We know that the radius is equal to 1/2 times the length of the diameter. Now look at this. This diameter is vertical. And so we have a distance formula. We can use the distance formula to get the length of a vertical line segment. But since this is vertical, we can just ignore the x coordinate and we can just pay attention to the y coordinates. 6 minus 2 is 4, divided by 2 is 2. The value of r is 2. The standard form or the standard equation of the circle is this. The square of x minus 2 plus the square of y minus 4 is equal to r squared. 2 squared is equal to 4. Write the equation of the circle in standard form. A circle with center 0, negative 3, and it passes through the point A with coordinates negative 1, negative 1. So we already know the center. It's 0 and negative 3. The task now is to get the length of the radius. What is the value of r? we will use your distance formula. The distance of point A from point C is given by this. Okay? 0 minus negative 1, it becomes 0 plus 1 squared plus negative 3 minus negative 1, it becomes negative 3 plus 1. And then all of that squared. And simplifying those terms will give you r is equal to the square root of 5. This now is the equation in standard form. X squared, okay, because h is 0, x squared plus the square of y minus negative 3 is equal to r squared, and that's equal to 5. Write the equation of the circle in standard form. The circle is tangent to the y-axis. Its center is or has the coordinates 5 and 3. So this circle illustrates what's being said here. You have a center with coordinates 5, 3, and it is tangent to the y-axis. So that means the y-axis makes a right angle. It makes a right angle with the radius of your circle. So the radius and the y-axis are perpendicular. How do we get the value of r? Well, we get the distance of the center from the point of tangency. Okay? And the point of tangency, all you have to do is to draw a line that is perpendicular to your y-axis and then get the coordinates of that point of intersection. So it's going to be 0 because it lies in the y-axis and the y-coordinate is just 3. And using these 2 points, we can now compute for the value of r. R is just equal to the square root of the square of 0 minus 5 plus the square of 3 minus 3. And this is just equal to the square root of 5 squared, it's equal to 5. This is the standard equation for this circle. X minus 5, everything squared, plus y minus 3, all of that squared is equal to r squared. That's equal to 25.